soda. Remy boys that know fast money don't slow. No one can control.
So, there has been a lot of talk around the recent Pokemon games, and I always wanted to throw in my 2 cents on the matter. The game not including all 800 plus Pokemon, the models of the Pokemon being reused from past games, the animations not being off the par to what a game releasing in this day and age should be, and whatever else have you. A lot of people were upset about these changes and went to YouTube, Twitter, Discord, Reddit, and whatever have you to voice their concerns. And you know, of course, the game went on to sell a crap ton of copies in its first week or 2, but honestly, a Pokemon game is always going to do big numbers. Like, even if 90% of the people complaining, or dare I say 100% of the people complaining, didn't buy the games, Sword and Shield would have still sold a crazy amount. That's just how much of a behemoth the Pokemon brand is. Now, it sucks that you can cut all these Pokemon and still produce a game that is not up to snuff what people were expecting a mainline console Pokemon game to be. There are some people that say that the Let's Go games look better than Sword and Shield. I didn't play the Let's Go games because they seemed to be insanely easy, and I wasn't about a game that I can easily plow my way through. I like a decent challenge, and looking at the game, it just reminded me of how easy I felt Sun and Moon was, so I just skipped the Let's Go games entirely. And this one seems to be just as easy and, dare I say, casual more of as the Let's Go games in Sun and Moon. But you know what? I got the game anyway, and that's because my opinion changed. Believe it or not, that happens. A person's viewpoint can change over time. I had to make peace with the fact that this game is not only just, you know, for kids, but for everyone and their mother and father and, dare I say, grandparents to pick up and play. And that's how the developers intend to make the games now. They want the games to be easier than they have ever been. They want the games to be fun and casual. They aren't really worrying about making the games for the veteran or for the person that has been here since Gen 1. Like me, they don't have us in mind all that much. And of course, us being here for the longest time, we want the games to be massive, and we don't want them to hold our hands because we've been there and done that with Pokemon games, and they don't really change the formula for the mainline titles all that much. Now, I'm probably going to be outright out of line or just crazy when I say this, but I would compare this to the Dark Souls and Sekiro games. Hear me out. Those games are made with the intent to be hard and challenging for you to get better so you can progress. And for those games, I wouldn't ask the developer to put it in easy mode because they create with the attempt of being difficult. The developer's vision is for you to struggle. So with the Pokemon games, now the games are made to be more easier than they ever have been and to hold your hand. And I have no business asking them to make it more challenging. So just like with Dark Souls and Sekiro, if you want to play those games, you gotta get good. And with the latest Pokemon games, I gotta accept the fact that if I want to play those games, I gotta accept that they are a walk in the park, because you know what? I still want to play them. And some of you are gonna be like, oh, the Pokemon games have always been easy. Yes, but not as easy as the latest entries have been. Anyway, my thoughts on Pokemon Sword and Shield is that it's just fine. I have no real complaints other than the fact that this is clearly a 3DS game put on a Switch. It was built from the ground up as a handheld title that they are charging $60 for. That's about the only thing that rubs me the wrong way. You know, a lot of people were telling me that the frame rate was really bad, but playing it myself, it's not all that bad. And you guys should know that I'm a very graphics and frame rate centric person, so if I'm saying it's not that bad, then really that should be saying something in and of itself. And I also don't find the wild area to be bad frame rate wise either. As a whole, I would say the graphics are, you know, just fine. And again, as a whole, this is just a Pokemon game for the most part. It has an interesting spin on it, like you're in arenas fighting and you're taking the gym challenge now. It's pretty cool. Like, the Pokemon game I wanted was one that of course didn't hold your hand and was at least provided a decent challenge. Like, I would say Black and White 2 were fairly, they made it so that you actually had to pay attention to fights and maybe actually pay attention to type advantage, because towards the end of the game I felt that the game was adequate when it came to the challenge. Still easy at the end of the day, but like I said, you actually have to pay attention. Of course, I wanted 2 regions in it, like gold and silver. That would have been great. Also, what I would have liked if the game didn't have fixed cameras. Like, you know, the camera is free roaming, like the camera is free in the wild area. Like, the whole game should have been like the wild area. But of course, at the end of the day, we didn't really get that. I would argue to say we didn't get any of that, but we got what the Pokemon games are and probably forever will be. We may not get that ideal mainline Pokemon game that we have been dreaming about since the Red and Blue days, since Pokemon Coliseum came on GameCube. I don't know. I guess I gotta accept that fact. So yeah, I'm enjoying my time with the game. I'm gonna play the game to the end, and once I get there, maybe I'll battle some of you for fun, or maybe we'll just do a raid battle or something. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video, and maybe subscribe if you're new to the channel. I got some more content coming out. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Peace.